Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, where it would probably help if I actually did this, wouldn't it? I almost forgot. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got some awkwardness going on over here on this front. Now, this is actually fully... I don't know what was in here. It may have been stack wiped, or it may have just been an empty land encirclement. We've got a similar thing going on over here. Now, this is awkward for us. For sure. I'm not sure what these guys are planning to do. I guess we'll leave them and hope that we link up with them. There's also this way down here. Honestly, this guy should probably just walk back. Like, there's no one over here. At all. So yeah, we can do that. Now we're pushing in over here on Crimea. And we are attempting to link up over this way and eliminate this front entirely. We've created a new front down here, and the US troops that were down here have all headed northward. They're up here now. So that's fine. I'm actually going to tell this guy to go grab Corfu, because Greece is probably getting very close to capitulation. I expect once we take Athens, we'll probably have Corinth along the way. They'll probably capitulate at that point. So as far as this over here goes, let's select this army. They have all of their units assigned over here now. We've cleaned up all of the backline issues except for this one that I did not notice. We should just attack here right now. And then this guy, he can go grab this and then come right back. Hopefully that'll be fine and they won't advance here. But if they do, it's not the end of the world. Now, as I've been saying, our overall plan here is to cut all of these troops off from supply flows. Now, they do not have any supply flows here. All of their supply flows are either from countries that exist over here, like Bosnia-Herzegovina and the Yugoslavian Confederation and Czechoslovakia, and these countries over here, Slovenia. These are all nations that are supplying this area. However, as far as actual ports over here for overseas supply goes, they have very little. They're flowing in through this port, and this port at this time. Those are all level 1 ports. That's only 9 supply that flows in. Now, they could be airdropping supply in. That's something to remember. They absolutely could be airdropping in supply. But I'm going to select these guys and have their offensive line be, like, super coastal here. It's going to be something along the lines of... Actually, I don't want it this narrow. I want it to be... I'm going to redraw this. Something along the lines of... that. I want them to push up something like that. They can go ahead and execute that. And they'll get more reinforcements as we take this territory back here. But if we can succeed with that, then that cuts off any overseas supply over here. Now, keep in mind, US does have quite a number of victory points over here. And that will cause some supply flow over here. But these guys are in some serious danger right now. And I'm not sure they realize how serious this danger is. So that's great. I'm going to tell these guys that their current goal is to eliminate the US presence over here in Budapest. So they want to have their front line be something like that for right now. And then we'll potentially look at going and crushing the Yugoslavian Confederation with a pincer move. But for now, this is kind of our overall idea over here. Now, we do have free military factories, and we should probably get some of those doing something. So let's go into our production here. What do we need? We still have need of support equipment. That's not shocking. We need manpower to deploy our ships. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that either. We're doing okay on our bombers. On our fighters, we're actually... Are we actually doing okay on our fighters? Hang on. We are. We are actually doing okay on our fighters. How's this looking? Honestly, about the same, but a lot of these locations that we set up are no longer really in contention. So I think that's why we've caught up. Okay. That's good to know. We could do some reworking on our fighters there, and in fact, we may want to do that. Areas like this over here that is no longer really in contention. Oh, that's attached to an army. Never mind. Okay. We've got some areas like this, though, that are completely empty on their fighters. So we may have a shipping and logistics issue that's unrelated to a production issue there. So that's good to know. And looking at this, our anti-tank is definitely in the most need. We're just going to do this for right now. In terms of steel and aluminum, things are improving. That's not shocking. We are getting a lot of this infrastructure built. And how are we doing on our damaged civilian factories? That's improving. That's up to 134 damaged civilian factories. We're going to get these anti-air constructed, and we're going to want to probably queue up a few more if we can. I mean, we can here, I suppose. That's technically in a foreign territory, but we can build it here. Gotcha. Over here as well. I mean, Persia capitulated. This isn't actually super high priority over here in Persia. So we're going to do something like that. And then there's some territory over here. I'm going to queue these up at the bottom of the queue for right now. It's still important that we get this anti-air built, but right now I'm more focused on getting our infrastructure done here. That's more important to me. Okay. Sounds good. So let's see how this new set of offensives work. Now, I would like to keep these guys exactly where they're at. No changes over here. Are there no divisions assigned to this? There are 16 divisions apparently assigned to this. I'm going to delete this offensive order. I currently don't want that. If they want to push in on their own, fine. For you. You should really be assigned to this order over here. Okay. Any other units with no orders assigned? I believe that that shows up here, doesn't it? Yeah. Not enough manpower or equipment to fill our garrisons. We do have 430k in our garrisons right now. The Swiss have been pumping units out. They must have some manpower. That's Republican Italy. How much do the Swiss have? Not enough to give us garrison support. Okay. I guess they used their manpower. Let's just go through some of our subjects here and see if we can find any, because if we can get garrison support from our vassal states, then we can free up 430,000, which is actually huge. Oh, you know who's been really pumping the troops? It's been these guys down here. So this is an occupied state. Yeah, but it's Portuguese Timor over here who's been really pumping the troops out. Yeah, they have 1 million manpower. They don't have enough manpower to give us. I'm sorry, what? Do they have that many in training? Okay. So they don't have manpower to give us, despite the fact that they have 1 million manpower. Sure. Who else could we maybe get some from? We could just go down the list and see. Oh, these guys would be willing to give us some. How much will they give us? Let's tick forward. That's a lot. Okay. So that's a bunch of garrison manpower. Now, my understanding is that that garrison manpower should replace our... Oh, hello, Albania. I may have a bad understanding here on how this works, actually. My understanding was that by procuring that foreign manpower for our garrisons... Oh, no, our garrison numbers are dropping. We also got a tick, though. So maybe those numbers are immediately moving into other branches without appearing in our manpower pool first. If that's okay, or if that's happening, that's fine. I don't mind that. That's completely okay. We're still working on these guys over here, and they will be stack wiped. That's another unit off the field. Eventually. There we go. You can stop. You can keep going in. Who holds this? Romania. I feel like you can do something like that. Okay. So we're pushing in over this direction, and this is... Is this stalled out? Are they pushing? Are we pushing them? I'm unclear on what's happening here. This looks largely the same, though. Man, this discrepancy looks awful. But they're not really utilizing it, and that's great. Okay, yeah, our garrison numbers are definitely dropping, and our manpower is going up right now, so it's working the way I thought it was working. Wonderful. So that's almost 500,000 men that we get to put onto the field. These guys are now encircled. And we're going to see about doing something about them. We'll attack like here. Then there's this going on, but I don't really want to do anything about that. Northern South America has a dangerous naval invasion. These guys are losing. We're going around like that. We are reinforcing this way. We'll keep an eye on it, and if we need to pull troops... Hello, pause menu. If we need to pull troops from these over here, we can do that. Okay. Yeah, we're keeping an eye on this. I am aware that that is a thing that is happening. How are things going over here? Let's take a quick look. Yeah, we've lost a number of troops. I think a lot of these guys that were out here managed to get themselves stack wiped. It's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. Hello? We've broken through here. That's great. I'm very pleased with that. Kosovo just capitulated. Great, and look at that. We've got actual manpower for now. I think that manpower will disappear quite quickly over the course of the next few days, but this is a slightly awkward push right now. And the reason that this is awkward is actually because this front line needs to be extended down like that. Okay. There we go. I would like to see a few additional Swiss troops. That'd be great. Let's see, this guy is actually going to chill here and just attack over here. There we go. That's stack wiped. Okay, so we have a couple of units from Nueva Gran Colombia. They are going to need to come up here, and they're going to form a new army for now. And this army should probably be in, like, this theater. They're going to frontline right here, with their mission being offensive lining like that. Okay, we can also pull a few units over here. I'm going to pull these 6 artillery units. And I think we'll leave all of these units over here, but we'll just have it be something along the lines of that for now. Okay. Things are progressing. In what form? Well, that's the question, isn't it? Stalingrad is right here. Russia has lost a lot. This guy's heading north. Is it just me, or does Stalingrad look undefended? What if we told these guys to spearhead like this? Just go grab Stalingrad while it's undefended. Try to put a pretty wide corridor in here. It's a kind of awkward spearhead, but yeah, let's head for Stalingrad. Russia might actually capitulate if we take their new capital. That would be huge if they did. How would we go about defending all this? Well, we probably wouldn't, in all honesty. But just getting them out of the fight would be big. Let's see if we can do that. Going on up here? Okay, we're just cleaning that up. No big deal. What's going on over here? Yeah, that looks fairly normal. Looks like the Philippines are responding to this push over here. I'm not shocked by that. And these guys are pushing their way over. That's fine, I guess. I mean, they're not going very quickly, are they? They should definitely be moving in more quickly than this. There's no doubt about that. So let's go ahead and tell them to go. Go take Athens. I'd love to see Greece fall. Philippines... Oh no, that's the Russian Federation. It's a very similar flag, I guess. Yeah, that is... It's the same coloration, but in different ways. I mean, how many nations use red, white, and blue? Not necessarily in that order. A lot is the answer. There are a lot of them. I don't have an exact count, but there's a whole lot of them. Why don't you just grab this victory point? You're right next to it. Get in there. Yeah, this is looking fine. It'll be very interesting to see if the Russian Federation will capitulate here. I don't think they will from taking this, but maybe from taking Stalingrad. Okay, we're definitely running into resistance over here, but that's fine. We don't necessarily care. We've mostly... Okay, that was Montenegro. I was going to say, was that Russia? No, that was Montenegro. That's fine. We are going to continue to push over here. They're definitely pulling troops from this line over to here. I don't blame them, but this line got messed up again. We're going to need to take the front line and extend that front line all the way down. Okay, there we go. Athens has fallen. I'm going to tell this guy to go here. This guy go here. That should cause Greece to capitulate. Wonderful. As you can see, we're wildly out of manpower again. We never really had a huge amount of manpower. A Finnish division here, though, is convenient because we can toss that into this army to help out on this front. Okay. Nukes going off over here where it doesn't really matter. And we're just continuing to move in towards Stalingrad. I can't believe they left Stalingrad undefended. That's kind of nutty, if I'm honest. And I mean, we're probably going to have a bit of a stall out over here. But the thing is, they have so little that they can move in over this way. Right? Like, they're taking huge amounts of attrition over here, and they have been for so long, and they can't really do anything about it. This unit should be moved up to this army. We do have free military factories again. We're still falling behind on our advanced anti-tank, although that should start catching up in theory. We could also move this up to X10s and just do something like that. That would work. Okay. So we're continuing to attack these guys here. We don't expect much progress over there. The big thing that we're looking to do is to take Stalingrad right now. Now, it looks like they're moving to try to defend it. They've detected us pushing in, but we've got this situation going on. Exciting. This unit might get overrun here. I'm not entirely sure how the overrun mechanic works, but let's see. That was an overrun. Okay. So I was correct on how that works. Good to know. Okay, just... I'm a little worried about this front here. I would like Greece to capitulate. I'm going to tell these guys just head out here for right now. I suppose they do have Crete. That is a thing. But they may still capitulate once they lose this up here. This victory point. That would be nice if they did. We'll see. I think... Yeah, look at all these divisions down here. They're moving heavily down this way, and if that's the case, we may want to consider an offensive over here to try to link up with this. So, like, it would be something along the lines of an offensive line being... Just looking at the way the rivers are laid out. I guess it doesn't really matter. So the offensive line would be something kind of like this. That did not do what I thought it was going to do. I guess that's because of this. So instead, we will just, like, encircle that. Or encapsulate it kind of like this. I'm not going to launch this offensive at this time. This is something we're going to keep in our back pocket. If they move more troops down this way, then it's something that we'll want to think about doing. For right now, this is just a plan. Because I don't really want to launch attacks when we are this heavily outnumbered over here. That said, things are going well on this front, not so great over here now. So there is that. I am hoping that Greece will capitulate when it loses this victory point. We'll see. Has Stalingrad fallen? No, not yet. Okay. However, this area has. This area is going to fall. And these guys are very close to taking this. They're not quite there yet, though. This is going to get some stack wipes. Okay. And we're shifting troops up this way, which is perfect. Not enough manpower or equipment to fill our garrisons. That's probably an equipment problem, not a manpower problem. Okay, so this is another troop over on this side. We're going to put them over in this army. Sounds good. The Hellenic Republic did capitulate. That's great. I'm really happy that we don't need to do that. So these guys are now heading up over to here. I'd rather that they come help out over here. Okay, so these are stack wiping. That's great. They're not ready yet. Stack wiped. Wonderful. Get in here. See if you can take care of this guy. He doesn't have any supplies. Now, we're probably not going to succeed in this attack. But I want to keep him busy for a little bit. Okay. Stalingrad is, ooh, really close to falling here. Really, really close to falling. We're going to cut this unit off from his supply flow. Just walk into Stalingrad. It's right there. Get in there. You guys, I want you to all hit this guy. Get him stack wiped. Stalingrad is right there. And that's Stalingrad falling. Excellent. Oh, this is a month. No, this is not a month tick. That's it. The Russian Federation just capitulated. That is unspeakably huge. So, there's a lot of awkwardness over here. And we're going to need to design a strategy going forward. Because the strategy on this front was always just get the Russian Federation to capitulate and figure it out from there. There's a lot of these little spots over here that we're going to need to deal with. We're going to need to start up a front over here, and we're going to need to get there as quickly as we can. That's going to be very interesting to do. Now, this over here is going to remain a mess for a while, but I think we'll get that cleaned up. Oh, hello. We got pushed back over here? We did get pushed back over here. That's good to know. Where'd this army even go? Are they getting overrun? I think they got overrun. Okay. We'll need to deal with that as well. I think that's all a next episode's thing. This has a huge effect on the landscape. We're only up to 39.9k recruitable monthly, but that's still a big, big improvement. How are we doing on our trade? We're only negative in steel now. Now, some of this will change. We're likely to lose some territory over here while we shift our troops around. But this will be very interesting. This is going to be a lengthy process to get this all set up. So we'll need to work on that. For now, though, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to see where we go from here. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.